Hi, this is Catherine once again, and I have something to tell you. I, Catherine O'Shea, am in a group home. For many of you people who think that group home people are messed up, they're actually not, completely anyway, and some of them aren't. So, I would like to tell you about my story, and this is how it came to be. I was living in Toronto, and everything was great at first. At least I thought it was. And one day, my sister was asked, "Why do you have a lot of bruises?" And she had to lie because the teacher wouldn't let her go. So she told up a lie, which got the CES to come down. And so then we wound up and took care when I was at least 5. Now, when I first moved settled in, they diagnosed me with schizophrenia. Um, Personality disorder. I am not that. And to be honest, I'll tell you as I go. So when I was trying to find one, it was kind of hard because the foster homes that kind of took me in, they either spanked me, pushed me into a wall, pushed me into the hole of my bed into the wall, and they tried to treat me at the same time kindness, and one of them also brushed my teeth so hard that it would bleed. Um, I know what you're thinking. Why spank me? Because I was playing with my dog because it helps me go to sleep when I was little, and that's why. The other reasons, they just hated me, and then when I finally settled into a home that I thought I would like, my foster brother raped me. It wasn't even my blood related, so it was kind of messed up. And I was living up with my sister at the time, but because my brother lied a lot, I had to be moved to a group home, which then landed me into another placement of care, which we call Hats Off. So, when I was in care at first, I was really, really angry and really mad. So I'd get in restraints. If you don't know what a restraint is, well, let's just say they're not pleasant, and go ask a police if you're not so sure, or at least online. Um, and then when I finally went out of there, oh, and that's where I learned to like both country, old, and rap. Um, then when I went into a group home, it was really strict as well, and I had a foster mom again. Although this time she was good and all, but you see, I had to have the healthiest diet ever. So, which means nothing that contained sugar or something that would make me hyper or anything, and I couldn't smoke or drink. Although I was under the age limit at that time, I started smoking when I was 7 because a group home member before that home forced me to. And like, she was strict, and she said if I didn't clean my room properly, if there was one thing left on that floor, she'd make you redo the room. If there was something sticking out, she'd make you do it all over. And to the point where it was really frustrating, and we had to wear the most appropriate clothes. So this right here would actually be appropriate. And this right here, my glasses, which I never wore, around her was not appropriate, but when I did wear my glasses, she was happy. I got into a lot of trouble because I skipped school. Um, I I don't like to admit this, but I could have ended up in jail because of something I've done. Because I almost killed someone, but I don't like to admit that. And I wouldn't ever do that, ever. And you see, I was really good in all subjects because my foster mom forced me then to get good grades. And so when I was gym class one day, it was winter and they told me to run 10 laps and I did, and then I said I'll do 10 more, and my throat started hurting and I had to go to the nurse's office. So whenever I run nowadays in the cold too much, my throat hurts. Same goes as for when I'm in the heat. I get easily heat strokes. When I'm in home or when I'm not at home nowadays, I just always have my jacket on. Right now I don't because my room is fairly warm. But yeah, so that was that, and continued smoking, and wasn't great either. And then I moved out, and I did graduate school though. And then when I went to Grimsby, I cried because my foster mom and I got along. And the one that I didn't get along so much died, and we always argued, and I didn't like that. Because when I heard what happened when she died, and they found a diary, and the diaries that she wrote about me were all good and nothing bad, even though I probably always yelled at her for some reason. And I kind of felt really, really bad about that. So always, always be good to anyone and be happy no matter what, because that person could die tomorrow and you'd be on bad terms and you would be like, oh my gosh, what have I done? And then after I moved out of Grimsby, I moved here. And, well, not here, but I moved into Stratford. And that was another thing. I didn't like Stratford at first and it was not great. And then I moved here, which was great because I got better and I did my work and I did my chores and all that. The thing is, for me, when I was in Grimsby, I was in a hospital for depression. And like, is always because I don't like being in group homes or anything. The things that are really wrong with me is I shake a lot and people call me Twitch and I don't like that. I can't sleep right. I'm always up almost the whole day, 24 hours, or I'm up too late and it gets me late for school. Another thing is I have to have medication for focusing. And I also have to take medication for seizures that I don't have, but they're for my hands. And another one is for, I guess you could say for eating, because you see, I don't ever eat, and I'm a very picky eater, and so whenever I eat something, I barf. So yeah, that's why they put me on that. They don't think I'm responsible or anything with that, but with anything, like, I'm 20 years old be honest, and they treat me so young. When I'm at my sister's, I do everything for her. I get her a glass of whatever, and I clean the house, and I cook, I clean, I do whatever needs to be done, and my sister doesn't do that. And I take my own medication there. Here, medication's locked up and everything. And no matter what we do, we're not good enough until we're set perfectly. But the best thing about being in a group home and foster homes, I can honestly say that if your mom and dad wanted you, they could have just like said, "Oh, we have family in this place." Or they could have just said, like, "Okay, well, you can take them, but I want them back at this time." But instead, we're Crown Ward, which we need to be 18 to move out, at least. So, because I'm 20, they still don't think I'm ready. But in all reality, I do. So, that's technically my life. I mean, by the way, the other good thing is, even though you don't have blood-related families or like blood anything of this course of being in a foster home or group homes, you meet so many different people that you will love and like. It's okay. And it's okay to be scared. But in reality, don't. Because there's nothing wrong. If you do what you want to, you're just gonna mess up. But if you do what you need to, then you'll be good. And you'll get out faster. Alright. I'm sorry for taking up your time, and I know it's been a longer video. Way too longer. So, this is me, once again, Catherine Auger, signing out.